gets underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Florida State's offense will take the first swing of the game. And for their sake, they better hope they've solved some of the turnover and protection issues that just plagued them in a nightmare of a game last week, David.
It was not a good performance. And this offense has got to grow. It's got to get better. And they've got to find some ways to move the football. They've got to throw the football, but we can't turn it over. Just those are the critical mistakes. More games are lost than won. And last week, too many turnovers for this quarterback.
Well, they just had too many negative plays and too many...
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Offense goes on the attack on 1st and 10. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw, it's Castellanos. Out of the backfield, he's open.
Well, you've seen the last 2 plays now. This guy's versatility. You've seen why he might be playing on Sundays in the not-too-distant future. This guy can catch the ball. He's a big part of their passing game, and he's a weapon and a guy that this defense has got to be ready for.
Grab near the marker. It's Pittman. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. And the Seminoles look to keep this drive humming. Looking to throw again. Snagged in the middle. It's McCoy. They make the tackle at the 33, but he's ripped off 15 yards and picked up a first down. The Noles come to the line with a new set of downs. Leaves it with the running back. Got enough for the first. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. The Seminoles pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. To the ground, he's got it again. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. Now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. Looking for the score. Pass is broken up, incomplete as they were trying to strike for 6. It's wise not to be too greedy, and they'll go ahead and send out the field goal unit. Oh, and he missed it. No good. Kicker couldn't quite get it through, and the scoreboard remains the same. So the Virginia Tech Hokies offense will try to get something started with their first possession. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays in big games, right? These are the guys that have to play well if they're going to win games like this. We're just going to see what they do today.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. And the Hokies need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on 3rd down. Back to throw, it's Drones. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Got some room to run. He's at the 20. Touchdown Seminoles. The defense gets it done with a huge interception return. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
This is not the start this guy envisioned in this game. He's already thrown a pick six here in the first quarter, and now he takes a sack. You got to wonder if that pick six rattled him a little bit, and if he's out here now seeing ghosts. He's got to get to the sidelines. He's got to shake the cobwebs off. You got to be able to turn the page and have a short memory, because this thing is going in the wrong direction for their signal call.
The give to the tailback. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And I think a lot of people are going to look at that drive, and first of all, the drive was awful. They're all going to look at the drive and say it was awful, but how about the giving up on third down? I mean, you got third and long, you try to sneak a run in, and this drive, this possession, it was disastrous for the offense. And now you just hope you have enough space to get a punt off.
And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. To the air, it's Castellanos. He tosses one high and deep down the left side.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
They've moved into the 19, first and 10. To the air on first down. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
Going to sling it on second down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Webster. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
They missed a field goal on that last drive, but here on third down, they can't afford for this possession to come up empty. He is stopped inside the 15 at the 14-yard line, and an interesting call here on fourth down. Quarterback empties his backfield. On fourth down, trying to find his man. He caught it! So close to that end zone, he could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
Fourth down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed.
Touchdown, Florida State! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
We're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Fires to the wideout. Got it in the middle, it's Green. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. If the Hokies can keep this up in the passing game, that'll make them touch that Hokie stone with a little more enthusiasm.
Yeah, it'll get them jacked up. It'll get them excited. A lot of times with Virginia Tech, man, we've seen it. It's the defense. It's the special teams. But when they can get that QB throwing the ball down the field and create some balance, it's when they have their best teams.
Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking for a gap. It's Stewart. And here's the tackle at the line of scrimmage, and that'll send us to the second quarter. We're through one period, and these receivers are showing out big time. Take a look at the stats. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They make the stop, but you can't give up 4 yards a chunk on the ground down in this area of the field. It's at the 18. The Hokies have pushed it inside the 20. Dropping back, it's Groves. Snags it over the middle. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it at the 12. Last completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Stewart. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. And the Hokies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Motion from the wideout. Second down, he'll throw it. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. The Hokies are way behind the sticks on this third and forever. From the gun, wants to pass. Zings it complete to the right. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. It's fourth down, and they'll try the field goal. The holder will put it down on the right hash, a 33-yard try. And it slips just inside that right upright. After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They'll get this drive going from the 17. They'll start this drive going to the air. Lets it fly. Makes the grab on the left side. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield. Looking downfield on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Touchdown, no! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And the extra point makes it a 21-3 lead.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Wide open spaces. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play. And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Right back to the well. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
And the Hokies in a good spot here with second and short. Motion from the wide receiver. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Here on third down for this offense. To the air, it's Groves. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down. The Hokies decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. They'll put the ball in play from their own 30-yard line. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out. Everybody right now on the same page.
The Seminoles racing to the line in the hurry-up. He'll do it himself. Find some fresh air. There he goes. Oh, he's got some space. The 20. Touchdown Seminoles. Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option, and you've seen the evolution of the scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30.
And if you're the quarterback, you might want to stop throwing that guy's way. I mean, you knew coming into this game, David, he's one of the best corners in the entire country. He's already been picked off twice now. He is literally living in this quarterback's head rent-free.
And so nice to have a guy like this that can cut off half the field, because now you can put resources elsewhere. He's proven if you try me, bad things are going to happen.
They're dealing with a second and long. Back to pass, it's Castellanos. Finds his big tight end. He's loose. Kearney on the... Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Florida State. And the extra point is true, and the score is 35-3. How about the renaissance of the tight ends? Inline, flexed out, split out. They can do a little bit of everything.
They really can. They're asked to block a lot of the times, too. But I tell you what, all the wide receivers out wide, the fancy toys, the fancy spread, don't forget about that tight end. He does a little bit of everything, and then you reward the big fella throwing the ball, and he catches. So he really can do a little bit of everything in an offense.
And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down. They've been steamrolled so far in this first half, David, but maybe a little positive momentum to take to the locker room.
And I like you got the first down of the drive, so maybe you can build on this now. I would play with some tempo, obviously, getting closer to halftime here. Maybe create some momentum, get a score here, and cut into this lead.
Wants to throw on first down. Going to try to pop one on the screen.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous, if you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
And the Hokies come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. There he goes. Just steamrolling the defense. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. The Hokies come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw, it's Drones. Finds his big tight end. He wrestles him down at the 3 after the grab. It'll be 1st and goal. And here's the chance to cut into that lead before halftime. 1st and goal. They'll try to run it in. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? Part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big.
And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His third interception of the day. The 40. He's at the 20. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Noles! Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. They find themselves in a pretty deep hole here, but maybe a chance to grab a little momentum and regroup at halftime.
Yeah, a big chance. Like this is an opportunity. This is the biggest opportunity in front of them in the game right now. You got to get some points on the board. You got to create something positive, Jesse. There hasn't been a whole lot to be positive about in the first half.
If I'm playing quarterback, I'm locating.
It's a seam wide open. Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense.
Who needs a 2-minute offense when you're this explosive? This offense creates the big play, completely flips the field position right away, now in a position to go ahead and score points before.
Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Takes it the other way. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Seminoles. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking downfield, it's Drones. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
I mean, this game has to feel like a living nightmare for this quarterback. We're still in the first half, and this guy, with all the interceptions he's thrown, with all the inaccurate balls, nothing is going right. They have no semblance. They simply cannot establish a rhythm under center.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down. And the Hokies will bring the punt team onto the field. Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They've been the height of efficiency here in the first half, David, and you've got to think they're going to try to click it right down the... Going to take a shot. And it's knocked away downfield. The DB getting a hand in there.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls against this receiver and his speed. He's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to four-down territory. Here's third and short. The play-action fake. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Pulls and throws off the RPO. He is guided out of bounds, and they'll mark it at the 28.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough.
Unleashes one deep. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
Oh, he drops it. That is a catch he makes 99 times out of 100, but it'll be third down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Throws to the tight end. Makes a connection. And a confident throw and catch, and they're in the red zone at the 13. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Can't make the grab as he was looking for his man right at the goal line. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. Absolutely perfect. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Man, it should come as no surprise we have ourselves a fun matchup in Tallahassee. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Doak Campbell Stadium.
The Seminoles will line up to kick off and start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Snags a quick pass on the left. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly. The Hokies have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Caught behind the line. It's Spencer. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
How about the job and recognition by the defense? They knew exactly what they were trying to set up, and they had multiple defenders surrounding that intended target so that there was nowhere for him to go once he caught the ball.
And the Hokies need their binoculars to find that line to gain here on third down. Got it in the middle. It's Bennett. Tackle is made at the 25-yard line, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
And that's why, as a defense, you want to set up 3rd and long situations. You just want to be able to keep the football in front of you. It's okay for that quarterback to hit the running back on that pass. Now you have all those bodies flying to the football, and they're able to make a tackle.
He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Makes the quick grab. The ball squirts free. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it. He'll be brought down, but he was trying with everything he had to turn that disaster into a 1st down and came up a little short. And the Seminoles with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. He stopped after getting a yard out to the 30.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. That's caught. It's Ocha. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line.
One of the things I love about this running back is his versatility. He's not just good running the football, but he can catch it as well, and he can make things happen with the ball in his hands. Nice job by the quarterback, getting through the progression, getting it out to his guy, and he does the rest, and that generates a huge play.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Off play action. Blasted as he lets it go. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
That's what this defense has to do, guys. They've got to knock this quarterback down to the ground. He's already thrown a couple of TDs. The only way you're going to stop that is with good quarterback pressure.
Handoff from the gun. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
Well, you got to wonder about the play call there. 3rd and long, hoping to catch the defense off guard, napping, but they weren't fooled. They made a play, got the tackle for loss. Now you've got 4th in California.
And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. And that is no good. And they missed a field goal, so something has gone wrong today.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Opening play of the drive from the 39. From the gun to give, looking for room. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in the gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Fires to the tight end. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on 1st down. Under fire. And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
It's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last 2 plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with the big one.
The Hokies now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Makes the catch. It's Adams. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a 4th down.
You can sense the frustration building on the field and on the sideline for this team because on paper, they're the better team. From a player standpoint, from a record standpoint, things just not going their way in this game, and someone's going to have to step up and make a play to turn this thing around.
What an absolute howitzer he unleashed off his foot.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Throws to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's McCoy.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. But this offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
And the Hokies with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Catch in the middle, it's Holloway. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
Power football with the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The Hokies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his tight end. They make the tackle at the 36. Let's see if they bring out the punt team. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. And the Hokies will try to pin them back with the punt. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And, David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Noles will punt it away on 4th down.
And that's why a lot of kids want to play for this coach, because they know that when they get into games, even if it's late, coach is going to let them go play ball or go have fun, take shots and try to come up with big plays. This offense right now, man, they're just having fun.
We're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. And don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes...
Picked off. What a play to set him up. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, this offense really felt coming into today that they were going to have to throw the football. And for the most part, David, this quarterback has been lights out. That time, though, he lets it get away from him a little bit, and that was a critical INT for the defense and their confidence.
They needed something, man. They've given up a lot of yards, and that's the thing about the defense. Just sometimes it can change in one play. They make the interception, they force the turnover, and hopefully, for their sake, maybe get in the quarterback's head just a little bit.
And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, the defense really stepped up in this game. They knew they had to slow down this passing attack. They knew they had some matchups they were going to have to win one-on-one. They've been able to do that, and as a result, they haven't allowed 200 passing yards in this game.
So now it's second and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. And guys, they really need to take advantage of this field position on third and long. Lets it go to the end zone. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be fourth down. And this kicker is turning into old reliable. He's already knocked through a couple today. Smashes it between the uprights. Well, they got 3 back, but that's about all you can say about it. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Tulsa is down right now, but this young man under center has shown some moxie today. We could see a legend born in Chapman Stadium. They're trailing by 11 to Air Force. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The give to the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Pocket breaking down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down. And the Seminoles will call on their punt team. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Jesse, they had to kick a field goal the last time they had it.
Yeah, oftentimes early in games, you're just trying to find your rhythm. Some things work, some don't on that first drive, David. It'll be interesting to see what happens here in the second drive.
Yeah, you got a feel for the defense now. You understand what they're trying to do, what their game.
Turning it on! And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Hokies can really attack on this second and short. Gonna run it. It's Bennett. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, and this offense, man, they just continue to struggle. And they need to find something that they do really, really well. And running the football late in the fourth quarter when you're getting beat by a good bit, that's probably not it. This offense needs to hit the gas, and they need to pitch and...
Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
And this is exactly the situation you want to get in as a defense. You got the lead late in the football game. You know they got to throw. And what do? You get to the quarterback, you hit him, and you get pressure on him. And then what happens, Ballman?
Yeah, it's complimentary football, David. No question about it. They're just putting the hammer down right now with the lead. The defense playing accordingly. Now giving it back to their offense for an opportunity to pad this lead even further here as we're in the fourth quarter.
They get to him as he throws. Makes the grab. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. New set of downs after the completion. Dropping back, it's Castellanos. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
Man, it's nice to be a QB in this spot. He's had a great day, man. Like, great day. They've built a huge lead now. Incompletion's okay. Just take care of the...
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. The sudden change on the turnover, and man, he was looking for running room. Couldn't find that, but they'll have it at the 22.
And some guys just have a knack of finding the football, and he is one of them. Like, you could just tell when the ball's in the air, he's like, that is mine. His second big game-changing play in this football game.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to fire. He finds a dead spot in the middle. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
You know, tight ends are such matchup nightmares and problems for defense. They're too big for DBs to cover, and they're too fast for linebackers to cover. You saw it right there.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
And the big fella really had nowhere to go. You're trying to catch people off guard by throwing it to him. He was a little bit open, but, man, that closed fast, and he had nowhere to go. No gain on the play.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Second down, they'll go to the air. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
A strike downfield. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. And the Hokies are flying down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Gets it to him on the screen. A big gain as he goes out of bounds on the last play before the 2-minute timeout. The Hokies will line it up on 1st and 10. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
And, man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and it makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
And the Hokies have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Grab behind the line. It's Adams. Got enough space. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Yeah, this offense, man, it's been a struggle bus. And they haven't clicked yet. They haven't found what they're really, really good at. And I'll tell you this, it's later, it's in the 4th quarter, later in the game, obviously. They need to start airing this thing out. We got to get back in this football game because I don't know if y'all realize this, but we're down by a lot.
This offense has been unable to find the end zone all day. Can they do it on 3rd and goal? And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. His field goal unit getting some serious run. They've already been out there 3 times. The kicker will try it again. Just drives it between the uprights. And they'll put 3 on the board, but the deficit remains huge.
And I know a lot of people are heads why they try to kick that field goal. You're in the 4th quarter. You're down a boatload of points. A field goal isn't going to do it. If you want to win this game, you need touchdowns. I would anticipate for every possession they get from here on out, way more aggressive.
So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. RPO complete to open the drive. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. Back to throw. It's Berry. Fires to the wideout. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop?
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The Noles will punt this one away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. This has been an old-fashioned fanny paddling, David. I mean, they've just got taken behind the woodshed.
There's nothing to say. This has been an absolute beatdown. Dominated from the start, Jesse, to almost the finish now. They have done nothing right.
Everyone's going to have a real hard look at themselves, I think, this week after watching the film and in practice. They just got to take accountability. They have to understand, man for man in this offense, they've got to do a better job next time they're on the field.
The Hokies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Heath. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32.
Gain of 21 on the play.
1st down here for the offense. It's a lost cause, but they keep fighting. Lets it fly deep downfield. And the pass will be incomplete, looking for a little window dressing at the end, but the ball game is over. This is what an elite team does. They know they're better. They go out. They take the figurative sledgehammer and hit them right between the eyes.